Welcome to today's grammar lesson. Let's talk about three tiny words that cause big confusion: a, and the. These are articles, and today we'll make them easy. Articles help us talk about nouns. Think of them as little helpers that tell us whether we're talking about any one thing or about a specific thing. Use a before words that start with a consonant sound. Use an before words with a vowel sound. Use the when you and the listener both know what you're talking about. Examples include the sun, the president of France, and the cat I saw yesterday. Common mistakes include saying a apple instead of an apple and the Mount Everest instead of just Mount Everest. Geography tip: use the for specific location like the Nile and the Pacific, but not for Asia or Mount Fuji. Let's review. Use a.
Children or new English learners can follow. Ready? Let's go. Look at this. On the left, we see Ellie in her classroom. On the right, Ellie's mom is visiting the school building. Now, what's the difference between school and the school here? Let's explain. Ellie is 10 years old. Every day she goes to school. Right now, she is at school. When we say go to school or be at school without the, we are talking about school as a general place for learning. It means Ellie is a student in a classroom, learning and having fun. It's not about the specific building, just the idea of being a student. For example, Ellie goes to school from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. She loves being at school with her friends. Now look at Ellie's mom. She's not a student. She doesn't go to school like Ellie. Instead, she's visiting the school to talk to Ellie's teacher. Here, the school means a specific building or place, Ellie's school. For example, Ellie's mother goes to the school to meet the teacher. She is at the school now, waiting in the office. Why do we use school without the for students, but the school with the for visitors or other people? Because when you are a student, school means the activity of learning and being a student. When you are not a student, the school means the building or place you visit. Let's try a quick story together. Imagine, you are a student. You say, I go to school every day. Your mom says, I'm going to the school today to meet your teacher. Can you see the difference? Try saying these sentences out loud now. Now, it's your turn. Fill in the blanks with school or the school. Sarah is at now learning English. Dad is visiting to talk to Sarah's teacher. We play football after. The new principal works at. Write your answers in the comments below. I'll give you the correct answers at the end of the video. Let's quickly remember, use school, no the, when talking about being a student or the idea of learning. Use the school when talking about the building or place, especially if you're not a student. This rule works with other places too. For example, a child goes to hospital to be treated, a visitor goes to the hospital to visit someone, or people go to church to pray. A visitor goes to the church to see the building. Isn't English fun? Okay, here are the answers to the exercise. Sarah is at school now learning English. Dad is visiting the school to talk to Sarah's teacher. We play football after school. The new principal works at the school. Great job if you got them right. Ever wondered why we say go to school but go to the cinema? Let's move on to the next section. Why no the in one but yes in the other? Let's learn the secret grammar code of places. Some special places in English are used without the, but only in one case. We don't use the when someone is there for the main purpose of the place. Go to hospital means you go as a patient. Go to school means you go as a student. Go to church means you go to pray. Think, I go there to do what the place is for. But we use the if you go not for its main purpose, but for another reason. I went to the hospital to visit my friend. I'm not a patient. He's in prison. He's a prisoner. But I went to the prison to visit him. I'm not a prisoner. She goes to church every Sunday for prayer. But we went to the church to fix the roof. Just a building. Trick to remember. No thes, you're doing the main job there. With the equals, you're just visiting, let's play. Choose the correct sentence. The first question, Jane is sick. She went to A, the hospital, B, hospital. The answer is B, hospital. So why? Because she's a patient. The second question, Mike went to see the doctor about Jane. A, the hospital, B, hospital. The answer is A, the hospital, because he's just visiting. The third question, Ken's brother is a prisoner. He's in A, the prison, B, prison. The answer is B, prison. The fourth question. Sarah goes to every Sunday to pray. A, the church. B, church. The answer is church. Great job, you're mastering this. Here's a super tip. Know they with the as a visitor. Be in prison as a prisoner. Go to university as a student. Go to the university to meet someone as a patient. Go to the hospital. Be in prison as a prisoner. Go to the prison as a visitor. Go to church to pray. Go to the church as a tourist or worker. With most other places like station, cinema, supermarket, you always use the. If you go to the place for its main reason, know the. If you go for any other reason, use the. Let's move on to the next section. I'm going to bed now. Good night. Notice, know the here. Why? Rule, we say go to bed when we mean going there to sleep. The purpose matters. Correct. I'm going to bed. She's still in bed. We had breakfast in bed. Incorrect. I'm going to the bed, unless you mean the bed as an object. But when you talk about the bed as a thing, a piece of furniture, it's different. I sat down on the bed. Here, the bed means the object you can touch, so using the is correct. Next up, work. Chris didn't go to work yesterday. What time do you usually finish work? No the here, because we're talking about the place or activity of working. But if you say, I finished the work you gave me, here, the work means a specific task or project, so the is needed. Rule, use work, no the, for the place or job. Use the work for a specific task. Now let's talk about home. It's late. Let's go home. I work at home. No the here, because home means your personal space, your house. But he lives in the home. Here we're probably talking about a nursing home or care facility, an institution. So the home is correct. Let's test what you've learned. Which sentence is correct? The first sentence is A, I'm going to the bed now. The second sentence is B, I'm going to bed now. The answer. The second sentence, B, because sleep equals no the. I'll mean I'm going to lie down and sleep. You're not talking about the furniture. You're talking about the action, sleeping. That's why we don't use the, just like go to work, go to school, etc. It's about the purpose, not the place. But go to the bed, physical object. You only say, I'm going to the bed. It's wrong when you are going to the piece of furniture, but not to sleep. Examples. I walked over to the bed to find my phone. The baby is hiding under the bed. Here you're thinking of bed as an object, not a place to sleep. If your goal is sleep, drop the. If you're going to do something else at the bed, then use the. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. To sleep, I went to the bed and made it. You're doing something with the bed, not sleeping. The next sentence is, he didn't go to the work, and B, he didn't go to work. The answer is B. It's about the job, so no the. Why is B correct? When we say go to work, we mean go to your job to do what you are employed to do. This is a general idea, not a specific place. Rule, we do not use the when talking about places in terms of their purpose. The next sentence is A. They came home at 8. B. They came to the home at 8. The answer is A, unless they live in a care home. Here's the big idea. When you talk about the main purpose of a place, like sleeping, studying, working, you don't use the. But if you're talking about the location, object, or a specific task, then the makes sense, Can. So remember, use no the when it's about the purpose. Use the when it's about a place or thing. Tell us in the comments, have you ever said go to the bed by mistake? Which example surprised you the most? Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell for more fun grammar lessons. And remember, grammar isn't just rules, it's about meaning. See you next time on English Podcast Pattern.